Yo, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to today's video. Gonna be doing a quick market overview or day trade or trading overview. Sorry, I can't talk. I'm gonna be going over a crazy day of trading where I took a whole lot of trades. This, how do I say this? I am red on the day. First red day in like 6 or 7 days. We had a really good streak going, but it was one of those days where it should have been a very green day. Like overall, should have made quite a bit of money today, but unfortunately I took a very large red trade right off the open, which basically means I had to play comeback the entire day. But overall, though it's a red day, I feel like today is a success. You know, when you take a red trade and it's pretty hefty and you're able to like stay calm, control your emotions, and then come back from that red trade, it just proves your maturity as a trader, where in the past, if I took a red trade on the day, I would just like continue digging myself a hole. Where lately I've been really good about coming back. So overall market today looks like it's pretty flat, ending the day with the doji candle after 3 days of just massive green. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if we continue to push to the top of this channel here, or if we come back down and have a little pullback over the next few days here. So first trade I took on the day was Amazon. So Amazon had a massive green day yesterday, and I was watching it for the break above this pre-market high area here at 32.90. I was watching on the 1 minute chart, and right away off the open, we get a nice push up, and I wanted to see if we could hold above that level. We pull in a bit, and then we continue. This candle closes above that little level, and I enter towards the end of this candle here. As you can see, the next candle literally flushes out all the way down to VWAP, and I had to stop at the low of this candle, because I knew if it broke below that, we could see it dump. And as you can see here, I stopped out right here, right before that dump, and it did dump for a bit there, and it was a pretty big loss. Amazon losses aren't the best, like they're pretty big usually. Things did push back up. Even here I would have been red. They came back down and ended up pushing up pretty massively throughout the day. But that doesn't matter. I'm not like someone that's going to beg hold a trade like this in the hopes that it's going to go back up, because you can always re-enter. I would say this was actually a really good trade right here. And I could have traded this, right? I could have traded this breakout here. So overall, I would always rather just cut losses and look to re-enter later. But I did take a pretty big red trade right away. As you can see, 3 minutes into market open, I took that trade, and that started me off pretty red. And actually, while I was in that trade, I entered Alibaba. So Alibaba gapped up overnight, and I was looking for a gap and go play, and it was bouncing around right here, and it looked like it was going to break this 170 pre-market high, and I entered right here for that pre-market high break for the gap and go, and it ended up flushing out, and I stopped out down here. And yeah, so at this point, 2 red trades. This one wasn't nearly as bad, but I'm down a good amount on the day at this point. So I tell myself, I'm like, if I make one more red trade, I'm gonna have to just call it a day. And yeah, so 3 red trades, I would have to be done for the day. The next trade I took was on Alibaba again for this retest. As you can see, we push up here, flush out, push up, and then this candle really pushed it up, so I enter right here on this candle, and then I sold at the peak here for this candle. This was a nice 10% play, made back the loss I previously had on Alibaba. So at this point, I'm break even on Alibaba. The next trade I took was on Google, and I played this horribly. So, or on Alphabet, sorry. but Google the ticker. So Google, this is their all-time high going into today. It was 2817.79, and we broke that all-time high, and then we pulled back, and we were looking like we were going to bounce right around this now support and the EMA here. So I entered right here on this red candle actually, and even when it came down here, we lost quite a bit of the premiums. And in order for me to get back up to break even, I was like around here. So I don't know if I just got a horrible fill, but I was break even around here, and I ended up just selling right here and got out for like a $10 profit. I'm pretty mad because I know Google takes more time to process, and it's not as much of a scalp, and it's more of a day trade. And I learned that yesterday because I did day trade it yesterday and held on to it for quite a while, but I should have held on to it longer. And as you can see, it pushed up massively, and that should have been like an $800 trade easily. So not super happy with how I played this. This would have put me up really nicely on the day, but it is what it is. And yeah, that's whatever. I don't play this a lot, so I played super safe, and I just didn't feel comfortable with how the contracts were moving. So I did think it was the best idea to get out. And then the final trade I took, so at this point, like that was a green trade, made a little bit of money, and just made some of my money back on the Alibaba trade prior to that. And the next trade I took was on Facebook. So Facebook right here was forming a flag pattern kind of within here, and it looked like, I figured if it could break out of this here, we could see a break of this pre-market high here, or the prior day high. So I entered for the break of this right here. I got in slightly early, and I entered it pretty heavy, or heavier than I would normally trade Facebook. And we instantly got this massive pump up right around here at 366. I instantly take some off the table and take part of my profits. I'm still hanging on to about half of my contracts, and then I sold the rest of the half right on the open of this candle when it looked like it was getting rejected. So on this play, I made like a couple $100 on this play and made back almost all of my losses that I had on Amazon. And yeah, ended the day only down $44. So this is another one that kept running throughout the day, but when you get a massive move like this, you just have to take it. Take those profits off the table. When you're a scalper like me, it's just a better idea to do so than trying to like hang on throughout some of this. So super happy with the comeback today. It could have been one of those days that set me back about a week, but I was able to keep a level head and make back all of those losses. So almost all the losses that I had on Amazon. Yeah, so pretty happy with the day. I actually bought Alibaba long term today. Picked up some shares around 170 just because they're so low, and we finally have some buying pressure coming here. And I've always wanted to kind of hold this in my long-term account. I just didn't feel comfortable buying it up here. So I feel like I snagged it at a deal down here. Overall, like this is where it was at 3 years ago, So I definitely feel like I snagged it up at a deal. And if it goes down, I'll probably buy more. So yeah, don't take my advice with long-term investing though, because that's not my forte. I do it, but I'm not like the man to go to for that. So I do love any type of trading and investing though, so I'm trying to be better in all areas of it. But yeah guys, that was today. Great day of trading. Gonna be watching all these same names tomorrow. And yeah, gonna end this video here. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this was beneficial and you guys learned something. Give the video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.